In this letter, the writer declares that the recipient is his greatest muse and inspiration, and follows the declaration with a shockingly bad attempt at poetry, titled Ode to Divine Dervara. If censorship did not exist, this letter would be the impetus to invent it. The page is signed by Vermi. Oh my gosh, a little bit of, a little extra something here added by the Nerevarine, right? Not unlike how sometimes a Nerevarine has a little bit of a take in their journal. I wonder what his implication is, like, what's she meant to be the muse for, right? What does he do? What, you know, like, what is he making? What is he producing? Is he making some kind of art or whatever? She's his muse to just, like, collect more stupid shit to hang on his fucking wall. When we had last left the Nerevarine, they traveled back to the Wharfside hideout, got some debriefs, freed Jokar from the grasp of evil, and then proceeded over back to Three Eyes, who said that they had a little bit of extra work for the Thieves Guild, and it was there that they were led back to none other than Vermilius Vendici and his faithful manservant, Red Shirt Guy, and they found out that Vermilius Vendici had a bit of a hostile run-in with a hooker from long ago who sought out to blackmail him with some sort of private sexy letters. Now it was up to the Nerevarine to go find the letters and retrieve them, either for Vermilius Vendici himself, or perhaps his his soon-to-be ex-wife, who spoke out through Episcus Meniscus, whatever his name was. This is the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, Tamriel Rebuilt. This is Morrowind Mondays. Welcome back. Zoop. There we are. And let's go look for that place, right? Where exactly was it? I know it has the Red Lantern. In South Andothren. Okay. Sure. I feel like we may well have very easily gone... Oh, in fact, I think I see it right there. Yeah, I was about to say, I think we've gone by this place a lot. It's gotta be it. Oh, no, wait, there's a few. That said, I think this is Kamanatong. Yeah. Oh, no, wait, Moragtong. The other Tong. Alright. So this must be it. Yeah. Dervara Diron's house. Can we safely just go in the front door? Yeah. Wow. Kwama meat? Slow roasting or something? Look at this. A whole bunch of meat getting dried out for jerky or something? I love that. A barrel full of water. A biscuit? Oh. These are like the English version of biscuits. Okay. Which, fair enough. Because there's two slight ways you can affect the Morrowind Dunmer voice, I think. And of course, you know, you do the gravelly bit. But there's like a North American East Coast sort of accent along with the gravel. And then there's also one that's kind of like English in a way. Some subsection of English accent that I wouldn't know. Right. But I wonder if Biscuit is pulling from that. Or perhaps maybe this person just enjoys biscuits. Right? Maybe I'm just fucking reading into it a little too much, right? Lord knows. I ain't English in the slightest, as far as I know. I don't have any English part of me, but every now and then, I like a Jaffa cake. Okay, let's see. Oh, hello.
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
Gosh, you look very concerned. I'm not sure if it's because of how you got your eyebrows groomed, but you look very sad and worried. Okay. Divad the Singer. The Legend of Lover's Lament. A Noble's Best Tricks. Man, there are a lot of unique books here. Etiquette with Rulers. The Epic of the Grey Falcon. Real Baron Saya. Ah, a very fitting book for you, I feel. The Red Rose of Time, Fallen Wraith. Vivek and Mafala. I wonder if you're actually into this, or if this is just like set dressing for the customer. Okay. I think either is true. Let's see over here. Anything in this? Nope. Jokes. Hands off. The Pilgrim's Path. Oh, and what's back here? Oh, Dervara Diron's door key and chest key. Oh. Okay. Sure. Alright, well, let's first speak with her. Alright. Okay.
How are you?
Dervara Diron. Hello. Greetings, Musera. What is your name? Lyle Schnub. That is a lovely name. I am Dervara Diron. What brings you to my home? Perhaps you're curious about my trade. Don't be shy. Just ask. Okay. Let's see here. I'm a courtesan, a member of the Prostitutes Guild. I'm well educated and can discuss a variety of topics ranging from art to music to politics. My body is nimble and athletic, not unlike a dancer's, and I carry myself with great poise. My clients, most of whom are high status and wealthy, hope to win my favor with opulent gifts. In turn, I offer them my services, entertainment, companionship, and blissful moments of pleasure. For a fee, I can teach you some of my skills. Whoa! I'm guessing like speech? Right? Maybe acrobatics? Okay, yeah. Hang on, let's guess. What would your skills be? Ooh! Speech, acrobatics, and mercantile? Maybe? Hope to win my favor with opulent gifts? Maybe? Oh, unarmored. Huh. That is fascinating. Okay. In athletics rather than acrobatics. Sure. Services? I'm flattered, Musera, but I'm not looking to take on new clients at the moment. Let us simply remain good friends, shall we? Yeah, this completely as well tracks, right? For, like... right, like, given all of the other content of the Thieves Guild arc here in Andothren, it makes perfect sense that they would have, like, a very, like, earnest and respectable sort of look into, like... What's the, like, proper term for it? The, like, sex trade, you know? Like, prostitution and courtesanship. I don't know what the exact term is, right? But this is, like, a very, I don't know, like, obviously it's an adult topic and a mature topic in that sense, but this is a very adult, grown-up way of sort of reading into this, rather than it being, like, a juvenile way of reading into it, right? This is a very, like, I don't know. This is real shit, right? I don't know how best to explain it, but hopefully you get where I'm coming from. All right. Background. Most people know me as Dervara Diron. I'm a courtesan, and yes, I'm registered with the guild. I wonder if we can sign on with the guild. Right? Is this explored somewhere else in Tamriel Rebuilt, or will this be later further explored in Tamriel Rebuilt? This would be such a fun little, little, like, jaunt, right? A fun little, like, micro-guild or micro-faction, as it were. Not unlike, I don't know, I guess the twin lamps in the core game, right? So hopefully you're not left wanting more in the same way, right? Because the twin lamps in the core game are unfortunately very, like a micro-faction, right? When they don't have, like, a major proper arc, as you would enjoy. But, hey, would be very... Or more so, to draw upon future inspiration, it would be cool if this were akin to the Bard's College in Skyrim. Ah. Okay, let's see. Private letters. I apologize, Sarah, but private letters are just that. Private. What do you know about Vermilius Vendici? Whether or not I'm acquainted with Sergio Vendici is a private matter. I will not comment on it. What about your threatening to blackmail him? You do realize what a grave accusation that is to make, don't you? In my trade, reputation is everything, and clients are scared off easily. I would never threaten to blackmail anyone, because if I did, it would ruin me. Who is spreading these lies about me? Who says I'm an extortionist? Ooh. This is so good! Okay. It's Vermilius Vendici. I'd rather not tell you. It's Vermilius Vendici. So, you're his new muscle then. Well, better you than that Nibonese wasp-eater, Episphagus Thrix, I suppose. Yes, I admit it. Dear old Vermi did ask me to give back some letters he had sent me. I told him no, but if he believes that means I'm going to blackmail him, he is very much mistaken. It's insulting, really. Does he not know me, but at all? I never threatened to make his private letters public. I simply refused to give them to him. Oh, Yeah. I mean, obviously we only have their word to go off of in either situation. But it absolutely tracks that this dumbass Vermilius Vendici would overreact in such a way. You know? And be kind of like overzealous and trying to cover his own ass. And Dervara Diron's explanation here absolutely as well makes sense. Why would you threaten to blackmail anyone? Because, yeah, it would ruin you. You know, especially if you serve other wealthy clientele, if word got out, all the trust is instantly gone, right? Regardless of whether the clientele are also partaking in extramarital affairs or just want it private, you know? Okay. Well, let's ask again about Vermilius. Yes, I will not deny that he's an old client of mine. Can I persuade you up, maybe? Ah. Okay. Admire success. That's very sweet, Lyle Schnupp. Thank you. Your words, they make me feel, well, special. Look, I should hire me into the guild. I should join. I should join up with the guild. Okay. Let's see. Threatening to blackmail? If Vermilius Vendici believes that means I'm going to blackmail him, he is very much mistaken. I never threatened to make his private letters public. I simply refused to give them to him. Private letters again? Vermilius Vendici sent them to me in confidence, and I'm not going to break that trust. I will not give them back to him, but I will not make them public either. He has my word. That should be enough. You go and tell him that. Why do you refuse to give the letters back? I think you'll be in danger if you refuse. Never mind. Huh. I think you'll be in danger if you refuse, right? Like, sure, I'm willing to overlook this, but if I come back empty-handed, what the hell will happen? Like, you're in a really fucking bad spot. I think you'll be in danger if you refuse. Danger? How? Wait. He means to harm me, doesn't he? Goodbye, Dibella. I know that Vermilius was disappointed when I told him I wouldn't give him the letters back, but still, he would really send someone to hurt me unless I give back the letters. All right, you can have them. They're in a little box by my bedroom, in my bedroom downstairs. I'll give you the key. I'm done with that man. I want nothing to do with him anymore. Married man? Vermilius Vendici told me that he and his lady wife had an understanding. Now, I'm not so sure. I guess his word wasn't as good as mine. Ooh, man, that's good. Alright, Vermilius Vendici. I want nothing to do with him anymore. Private letters? The letters are in a little box in my bedroom downstairs. Take them. I cannot believe it has come to this. I think it's entirely possible that this maniac could, still have someone get her. You know? Well, I know this isn't downstairs, but you gave me the key. Oh, velvet pillows. Holy shit, too bad we can't take these back to Balmora. A loot. Little chest here. With some garnets. Pearl. Couple skirts, rings, fortify agility, personality, restore fatigue. All makes sense. Okay. Look. I'm going to eat your garnets. I'm very sorry about this, but I can't help myself. I feel bad about the other stuff. I don't need the money. You can keep it. But I simply must eat your garnets. Okay. Good. I almost feel like we should come back here at some point just to get some reading material, because you have so much reading material that we have not read.
Walk with virtue.
Okay. Let's check over here. Oh, this is your regular bed. I see. Oh, the Cantatas of Vivek. Huh. Dervara Dion's chest key used to open lock. 3 scandalous letters. Okay, we'll check that in just a bit. Little tiny basket. A hackle low pipe. Okay. Sure. Well, let's have a pick at the ready. I'm very curious what may be in these other things. Oh, just money and nothing. Okay. Well, we definitely need to read the letters. Scandalous letter 1. This letter describes the various acts that the writer has done or wishes to do with the recipient, addressed as "My sweet Dervara" in vivid detail. They read like excerpts from the banned edition of the real Baron's Aya. It also has a short paragraph where the writer complains about his wife. The letter is signed Vermi. In this letter, the writer declares that the recipient is his greatest muse and inspiration, and follows the declaration with a shockingly bad attempt at poetry, titled Ode to Divine Dervara. If censorship did not exist, this letter would be the impetus to invent it. The page is signed by Vermi. Oh my gosh, a little bit of, a little extra something here added by the Nerevarine, right? Not unlike how sometimes the Nerevarine has a little bit of a take in their journal. Okay. This isn't really a letter as much it is a collection of little doodles depicting 2 figures engaged in various acrobatic activities with little to no clothes on. An arrow pointing at one of the figures, drawn with comically large anatomy, reads, Vermi. Another arrow reads, My sweet Dervara. I wonder what his implication is, like, what's she meant to be the muse for? Right? What does he do? What, you know? Like, what is he making? What is he producing? Is he making some kind of art or whatever? She's his muse to just, like, collect more stupid shit to hang on his fucking wall. Oh, fuck. Oh, my. You really inspired me to collect and hang up another iron battle axe that I got for 50 gold. This iron dagger that I found on the road on a corpse. You've inspired me. I'll put it right on the mantle. Okay. Hey, anything else? I'm pleased to see you again with Sarah. What brings you to my home? Private letters? Yes, you have the letters. Take them to Vermilius Vendici.
May I help you, Outlander?
Okay, wow, we should read all this. Dervara Diron denies threatening to blackmail Vendici. Dervara Diron doesn't want to give back the private letters. She says that her word should be enough for Vermilius Vendici. Dervara Diron told me that I could take the private letters. They're in a little box in her bedroom downstairs. I found the 3 private letters. Man, you know what? This complicates things, doesn't it? This has given me some extra insight into this quest. You know how I said there's a good chance that he will put a hit out and have her killed anyway, even if we do this for him? Almost certainly, if we bring the evidence to Episphagus Thrix, he will have it done. Right? Almost certainly, if it gets out to his wife and she reveals things, whether it be even in this playthrough, right, in Tamriel Rebuilt, or not, I could very easily envision a world in which his ex-wife, or soon-to-be ex-wife, justifiably finds out, gets pissed as hell, uses this in court or whatever. I don't know how divorce works in Tamriel. Like, yeah, it's never really come up, I don't think. But however divorce officially works between nobles in Tamriel, if she brings it up, she brings it to the table as evidence against him to file for divorce or whatever you do. He will surely divorce, but he will absolutely target her. He will absolutely target Dervara, or what's her name? Dervara, right? Absolutely. We cannot, if we want to ensure the safety of Dervara, I don't think we can tell his wife, right? I think she already knows, in fact, that he is unfaithful, right? Or so says Episphagus Thrix. Thrix at least implies that, like, somehow she knows, or she knows that he is up to something, and already has reason to want to leave him, right? I think, sorry, you just gotta find a different way to go about it that isn't going to endanger this other person's life, right? This is very much, you know, like a classic case of someone who is working in the oldest profession, who has been caught in the middle of some bullshit between incredibly wealthy people who see them as nothing but objects, right? Rather than people in their own right, you know? They don't treat the situation with a proper degree of nuance, but rather just something to throw their own weight around. Okay. I think that's how I'm gonna proceed. I don't think I can inform the wife, right? Unless there's a way in which we can do it with a degree of nuance. Here, we'll quick save and see if there's another recourse here. Okay. Hey. Bring the private letters to me and you'll be rewarded. Also, what did she mean that this dude is a wasp eater? What the fuck does that mean? Is that some deep lore that I don't know? You've got the letters, don't you? Do the right thing and give them to me. Lady Vendici has given me a generous purse. I'll pay you 3,000 drakes for them. No. You sure about that? I could just take them from you by force if I wanted to, you know, but I'd really appreciate if you cooperated. Okay, take them. I won't give you the letters. Are you threatening me? Oh my gosh, this is even better, I think. Are you threatening me? Yes. Okay, take the letters. It's not working. I won't give you the letters. Fine. I won't forget this Lyle Schnub. And I'll make sure that Lady Vendici and the rest of the Vendici family will know that you were the one who ruined their plans. Get out of my face. Holy shit! Oh my gosh, we're keeping this. There is actually a way in which we can do this with nuance, I think. Private letters? Change your mind? Gonna give me those letters now? No. Okay, same. What if I admire you? Can I still admire you? Get you back up there? No. Oh, I succeeded, but it made no difference.
Get out of here.
Okay. Holy shit. This is good.
Any time now.
Okay. Vermilius Vendici. I want my private letters back. I spoke with Dervara Diron. I'm too agitated. Speak with Vals Verano. He's promised to take care of it. Married man. Yes, by the gods, that's why the private letters are such a big problem for me. My wife's in Cyrodiil. We are, having a long-distance argument. You know how it is sometimes, right? I'm trying to patch things up with her. Coming here to deal with Dervara Diron and the letters is a part of it. Private letters? You found the letters, yes? Yes. Line, no. Wait a minute. I don't have a minute. I want them back. Now. Okay. Yeah, private letters here. Good. Damn things. Good. Damn things. I never should have even touched a quill. You didn't read them, did you? Well, anyway, I'll get rid of them. Talk to Vals about your reward. And what of Dervara Diron? Did you speak with her? What did she say? Dervara Diron. She says she never meant to blackmail me. Then why did she refuse to give me the letters? I'm not sure if she can be trusted, even though she doesn't have the letters anymore. Oh my god. This guy sucks so fucking much. She might not keep her mouth shut. I think I need to speak with Episphagus Thrix about dealing with her before we return to Cyrodiil. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck! It's a lose-lose! It's a fucking lose-lose situation, isn't it? Oh my god, no matter what. Fuck! Oh, fuck! She's so fucked! She's so fucking dead! I wonder if there's a way in which you can navigate this situation and have her live, right? I don't know if there fucking is. Maybe if you do this, and Episphagus Thrix is on your side, if he's the one who is sent after her, but even then you could reasonably say that they would just, like, they're wealthy enough to just send a different hitman, right? Other than Thrix. I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to do it. Huh. Okay, married man. Yes, by the gods, that's why the private letters was such a big problem for me. My wife's in Cyrodiil. We are having a long... Okay, same. Private letters. They won't cause me trouble no more. Dervara Diron, on the other hand, I don't think I can trust her. Fucking yeah. Can I persuade him up and talk him down? No, I can't. Holy shit, can I talk to her and have her get the hell out of here? I don't think so. I think she's absolutely fucked.
I don't waste my time.
I'm very tempted to reload that save and try and solve it a different way, but no. Like, if she dies, let's stick with it. As horrible as that is, let's stick with it and see where it goes from here. Vals Verano.
Thank you for recovering the private letters. However, I don't think this unfortunate matter has been resolved just yet.
Private letters.
You gave the letters to Sergio Vendici. Good. Here's your pay. 1,000 drakes per parchment, as it was agreed. I'm sure you understand that you will not be getting your seat this time, due to the nature of this job. Thank you for your help. You are dismissed, Lyle Schnub. Though, one more thing. I don't think Sergio Vendici is quite ready to put this sorry matter behind him. Someone should probably speak with Dervara Diron.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Is Val Verano trying to make good on like all this shit that he's done before in the past? I think he is, assuming, right? I'm still operating under the assumption that Val Verano is the mole, is the snake that ratted out the original Thieves Guild. But maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I think he absolutely is, and he is trying to make good on the massacre, right? Okay, Dervara Diron.
Sergio Vendici is still distraught, perhaps even more so than before. Despite my best efforts to convince him otherwise, he is adamant that Diron cannot be trusted, even with the letters recovered. I'm afraid he will, at some point, do something drastic and foolish. It would be wise for Miss Diron to leave Andothren for a while, a holiday until Sergio Vendici has returned to Cyrodiil.
Oh man, your kindness. Okay, same, all about Thorocles. Interesting that this stuff is still lit up blue. Okay. Let's see, what did we write? I gave the scandalous private letters back to Vermilius Vendici. Though he was somewhat relieved to have them back, he still seemed to have doubts regarding Dervara Diron. He said I should speak with Valsverano to get my reward. Valsverano paid me 3,000 gold. He noted, however, that Dervara Diron might not be safe, that it would be best if someone warned her of the danger. Oh my god. Okay. This is so fucking good. Oh my gosh, it's exactly playing out in like the most horrible imaginable way. Right? Like I was even just like thinking like, man, this could go really bad even in doing all of this, even in taking these precautions and going about this way. She is still completely poised to like eat shit in a massive way, right? And they fucking delivered on it, baby! They delivered the nightmares that I wanted. I ordered some tragedy and they gave me a nice steaming plate of it. Alright, Thrix. Let's see, private letters. You didn't give me the letters. A stupid choice, but what's done is done. I wonder if we had sided with him, if he would have been... Right, if we sided with the wife, would he have been forgiving? Because I think it's entirely possible that he wouldn't, and that the wife would still order the killing. You know? Huh. Okay. Yeah, what's done is done. I'm not going back on it. We need to go find her ASAP. God, imagine if we showed up and she's already dead. No. I feel like that's a little too drastic. Okay. No, I'm open to it. I'm open to it. Okay. You're not gonna like this, but you need to get the fuck out of town. I'm pleased to see you again, Mutsara. You're not about to be. Okay. Threatening to blackmail? I never threatened to blackmail anyone. Private letters? I never want to hear of them again. We need to talk about Vendici. He should know that I want nothing to do with him anymore. No more letters, no more nothing. He and I are finished. Andothren might not be safe for you anymore. Never mind. Andothren might not be safe for you anymore. Even with the letters gone, he's still not content. He thinks he can just make me disappear free of consequence. That's not going to happen. I was willing to let this go, but now I will write a letter of this to the heads of the Debellan priesthood as well as the guild mistress in the Imperial City. I will tell them of Vendici's threats of violence against a registered courtesan of the guild. When he returns to Cyrodiil, he will find his reputation in ruins. Thank you for warning me, Sarah. I shall leave Andothren for a while. I hear our food is somewhat tolerable this time of year. Or maybe I'll go to Manan. That is a good place to lay low. Ooh, shit! Oh my gosh, you can join us?! You could join us in the Thieves Guild hideout in Bthwangthav. Yes, you should do that. Is it safe there for you, though? What if we get found? Oh, man, I really want her to hang out at the guild, though. God, that would be fucking amazing. I don't know if it's that safe, though. Fuck it, it is. We're all armed to the fucking teeth. We have 4 or 3 bear traps set up, ready to fucking go. I bet we can do it. We can fucking do it. Maybe we'll give you a Jink Blade dagger, too. Are you good with that? You got unarmored skill. Yes, you could join us, or you could join us in the Thieves Guild hideout in Bthwangthav. You and the guild would offer me a place to hide until this storm blows over. You are most generous, Sarah. I accept your offer happily. Please, I need a moment to pack my things. I will see you in Bthwangthav. This is so fucking dope, right? The quest opens with seemingly 2 routes in which you can go, and of course, various branching paths if we went with the, like various nuanced branching paths as well. So if we had sided with Vendici, which we kind of did, right? We could have, for instance, gotten the letters, delivered them to him, he kills her, right? We could have gotten the letters, done what we did here, and effectively, like, this is kind of almost a 3rd route, wherein we side with Dervara Diron, you know? And she takes down Vermilius by way of writing a letter to the guild, which is, like, such a crucial bit, like, otherwise, it came across as a minute, fun bit of storytelling, right? But man, we immediately locked onto it, right? This is how clever the fucking writing was with having this, right? And so many other things do this, right? But this is just using that same sort of skill at writing story and narrative, right? Wherein you just sort of drop something small that seems incidental and you're like, oh, weird, cool. Of course there would be a Debellan priesthood run, like, guild of prostitutes, right? Given all that we know about the priests of Debella and whatnot, of course that exists within Tamriel. Why wouldn't it? That makes perfect sense. We even see some evidence of, like, people being horny about Debella in Riften, you know? Of course there would be, like, a more officious prostitutes guild, right? But then they delve into it. That's just a tease to put in your mind, like, oh, of course this exists. For when they drop this, wherein Dervara Diron can seize power from this situation, can finally take control of it, and take down Vermilius Vendici by her end, right? She won't, like, obliterate him in that sense, but she can still write to the guild and attack him from that end of things, right? How fucking rad is that? And of course we could have sided with his wife, right? We could have gone with Thrix, and I'm not sure what other deviations we could have had there, right? Oh my god, it's so fucking juicy. And I wonder as well, even in siding with her, right? We have asked her, of course, to come back to the guild, right? There's another way in which this can go out. Is there a way in which it seems almost for certain at this point? They have teased it. They have effectively teased it so heavily that at some point Bthwangthav will be attacked, right? Is there a way in which we go through that and everybody is A-okay at the end of it? Where everybody is safe? Is there a way in which it gets attacked and we incur losses? Are there differing degrees of losses that get incurred, right? Is there a way in which we have Dervara Diron at Bthwangthav at our guild hall and she is safe and protected? Is there one in which she is killed there, right? Is there also another route in which this shit branches yet again? And if we said, yeah, you should go to our Vood or whatever, would she actually turn up there? If we went out there, would we find her again out there? Would it continue in that area? That is so buck wild. That is so good. Oh my god. It just keeps getting better. There is so much fucking nuance to the choices here. Oh my, even if she doesn't turn out there, right? Sort of role-playing the idea that she does go out there is cool enough in and of itself. But the opportunity is now presented for her to show up there and either, you could just have like a little one-off where she says like a one-liner like, yeah, I've been hanging out here for a bit while things cool off in Andothren. It's good to see you again. Or you can even go deeper, right? You could even go deeper once it's all done. She has reactivity for when Vendici is out of the picture, right? Time passes, Vendici is out of the picture. The Thieves Guild arc is done. You could go that far if you wanted to. Whether or not they decide to, just the sheer possibility of it is mind-boggling to me. All right, goodbye. Okay, let's see here. Valsverano paid me 3,000 gold. He noted, however, that Dervara Diron might not be safe, and that it would be best if someone warned her of the danger. I warned Dervara Diron that Andothren might not be safe for her anymore, and she should split for a while. I offered her to join the Thieves Guild in Bethwangthav. She was happy to accept the offer. Oh my god, and of course, we could have just completely forgone even talking to her, right? We could have completely, sidestepped that and just busted in here. Not even talk to her, just take the shit. And then, of course,
We can afford it.
we would effectively get another version of this quest, right? Where we don't sure, it's by omission, right? It's another version by omission. But all this shit would go down. I wonder if Valsverano would have said something if we had just retrieved all of this, right? I could see it being the case, right? Because Valsverano doesn't know whether or not we talked to her, If we had stolen it, okay, that's a point of contention. If we had stolen it from her without talking to her, and then Valsverano's like, someone should probably tell her, we decide to come back and talk to her and say like, yeah, by the way, I stole your shit. You want to come to the Thieves Guild? And she'd be like, fuck no, you stole from me. You weren't upfront about this. We didn't have an honest, good faith conversation, right? I could see that being the case. Or she's backed in a corner, or you just have her disposition high enough and she joins up anyway, right? Or maybe if your disposition is too low, she decides not to. Oh my gosh, there's so many ways in which this shit could have popped off. Holy fuck, it's incredible. It's fucking incredible. I fucking love it, man. All right. Let's see. Should we report back to Valsverano? I don't think he'll have anything to say, but just out of curiosity, right? And in this way, although Thrix is gonna fucking hate us, and his wife will hate someone named Lyle Schnub, who I'm sure Thrix will snitch about, we still get to have him, Vendici, answer for his extramarital affair, right? And as well, the clever way of them writing this, like I said, the very respectful way of them writing this and making it such an officious institute with the Debellan priesthood and the Prostitutes Guild, they still have a way in which
Not again.
he still has to answer for it, right? It's such a well-done way in which she is not implicated, right? It's very crucial that in the dialogue, she was not implicated in his infidelity, right? She operated under trust, and not only that, but she had one hell of a fucking banger one-liner as well to serve up to us when she was like, oh yeah, I guess his word wasn't as good as mine, right? Which already, the stage has been set ahead of time to know that this guy is a fucking scumbag, right? That this guy, you can't trust this guy as far as you could throw him, right? And trust me, he's encumbered as hell with 5 million useless iron daggers, right? It's like this guy installed the launch version of Skyrim and was crafting shit up, but except he's just trying to hang it all up on his wall. But it's so well done, the way in which they tease these little things just ahead of time and give it just enough room to breathe to where it makes sense, and you're not completely blindsided, and it's not like, oh, well, they just kind of shove this in, almost Deus Ex Machina. They give it just enough room to breathe within this microcosm, within this small quest arc in and of itself. Fuck me, dude. It's so dope. Okay.
You want something?
Let's see. Well, hang on. Do you have anything to say about this? Can we tell you? No. Yeah. There's no way. We have burned that bridge. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. We got the shit done that matters, right? With Dervara. Okay, Vermilius. Yep, all done. Let's check in with not Vendici, with Val's Verano. Okay.
Please leave.
Let's see. Okay, nothing else. Fair enough.
May you find all that you seek, traveler.
Let's head on down here. And who should we go and talk to about all this? Three Eyes? I don't think... I could see a situation in which we just return back to the guild hall and speak with Shay. I guess we can check in with Three Eyes. We didn't get a receipt. But, you know, assuming we had, we would return back to Three Eyes. Okay.
You'll find the best prices right here.
All right. Good chat. Hey, Three Eyes, what's up? Anything new? Jobs? Do you have new jobs?
We have nothing for you now. We will send word to your guild when your skills are needed again.
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm wondering if anyone else here at the guild will have takes about this new person showing up. Holy fuck. How does it keep getting better? Is it just me? Is this like fucking story just tailor-made for me? I don't even know what else they could throw in to make this more fucking endearing. Right? Oh my god, they're hitting it out of the fucking park. Oh shit. The fucking Tong is here. You ever sometimes, you like play a game or a quest or some shit, and you're like, oh my gosh, this feels like it was made for me. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling it right here, right now, throughout all this fucking Thieves Guild arc. Oh my god, man. Oh, what is this? Vilungel's card? What? Vilungel of Volkel Guard, Esquire. Attorney at law, accountant, and tax specialist. Office in West Andothren. Open all hours. In a bad bind, Vilungel will get you out. Okay. Fuck. Are we gonna do a fucking Better Call Saul bit? No shot. No fucking way. No way. Is this entire city made for me? Oh man, the hits keep coming, man. The hits keep coming. Let's see. Let's get on out over here. There we are, down this way. I cannot get over how many fucking branches and how much nuance there is to this shit. Right? It is so wild, just the degree of reactivity to like the player choice and the way in which you approach this shit. And not only that is there such a degree of it, the writing and like the core thesis, the main themes at play here is so fucking rad. Oh my god, I'm completely taken aback by how absurdly high quality I think this is. All right, a wooden barrel. Ooh, filled with 5 travel lanterns. Isn't this new? I don't think that was there, was it? Okay. Anything else here? I'm very curious if she's, like, up here in the main area. Okay. Sure.
May you find me.
Maybe she hasn't shown up yet. Oh, there she is! Yo! We need to get an extra bed, though, huh? That said, I guess I don't really sleep here that often, do I? Okay. Dervara Diron. You have built a lovely little hideout here in the Hall of False Keys. What can I do for you, Mutsera? What do you think of everybody? What do you think of Marug? The man with the curious name. Not quite an Imperial, not quite an Orc. Not quite a thief. Not quite a mage. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Her like exposition, the prose for her writing is delicious, right? And of course it's because, like she explained, she's absurdly learned and studied. As we saw, she is super duper into this kind of artsy fartsy sort of waxing poetically, right? And of course it literally pays for her to have studied that, right? It makes sense, given her line of work, that if she is wooing her clientele, it makes sense that she would also have an interest, you know? Let's see, price on your head? You're not in trouble now, Musera, but if you ever are, I happen to know the captain of the town's guard, and her second in command, and one of the senior court scribes in the Imperial Commission, too. Yes, I think I can make little transgressions go away. Hell yes. What do you think of Rilmus? You can tell that boy's had to fend for himself from a very young age. I'm glad that he's doing better now that he's here. Tatara? The Redguard sellsword. Why yes, I have naturally introduced myself to her. An interesting woman. It seems that she's had quite a life. And Vendici? I will write a letter to the heads of the Debellan priesthood, as well as the guild mistress in the Imperial City. I will tell them of Vendici's threats of violence against a registered courtesan of the guild. When he returns to Cyrodiil, he will find his reputation in ruins. Here's a question, though, that I have for people who know the deep-ass lore. Is the Prostitutes Guild and the Debellan priesthood, or at least we know that Debellan priests exist, right? But is there, like, actually an official Prostitutes Guild somewhere in Elder Scrolls lore? Or is this just made for Tamriel Rebuilt, right? Like I said, it absolutely makes sense that it would exist, knowing what we know from pre-existing lore about Dibella and priests of Dibella and followers of Dibella. Like I said, shit going on, a little bit of what we see at the Temple of Dibella in Markarth, right? And of course what we see in Riften with, what's her name, at Helga's bunkhouse. Is it with Helga? I can't remember. But at the bunkhouse and all of that, it absolutely tracks that they would do this in a more officious manner, right? It absolutely 100% tracks. But I'm just curious if this is just them, you know, as they have done before, building on top of pre-existing lore and taking it to the next logical conclusion, or if this is them drawing from stuff that is already pre-established, right? Like maybe this is some shit that shows up in Daggerfall in some way, right? All right. Services? Now that I am here, I suppose I can help you. Naturally, I can offer you training in the arts of speechcraft, athletics, and unarmored movement. Also, I believe I know the right people in the right places to help you, if you got a price on your head. Man, that is so cool too. The way in which we now have like a canonical, like very well thought out way in which this guild chapter, this charter or chapter of the Thieves Guild, our little group, in which we have connections. We know in way, like, they've made like a canonical way in which, yeah, obviously this is how we're able to deal with the price on your head. You know, it's not just some nebulous idea of like, yeah, of course somehow we have connections, right? Somehow we're able to make it happen. We have a very clear understanding of how we're doing it, at least in this location, right? It's very cool. And like I've said before with other things, it's entirely unnecessary to have that degree of, like, detail wherein we know exactly what kind of connections and how it's being done and precise people being involved, in this case, Dervara Diron. It's not necessary. But man, it's awesome that they've got it, right? It's such a cool way of building stuff out, sort of acknowledging, okay, this information that we have on this faction or whatever, it's a little nebulous. Wouldn't it be cool if we fleshed it out in a fun way? Let's put in the work and try and make it happen, right? And that means it interweaves into existing systems, right? Like the sort of price on your head system. You know, it weaves into that shit. It all like interweaves in a very satisfying way. Fuck me. Okay, well, holy shit, we've gone on for such a while. I suppose when next we come back, holy shit, it keeps getting better. Somehow it keeps getting better. Can they stake the landing? I don't know. Even if they can't, my god, the journey has been incredible. Man, I'm so curious to see how they managed to try and stick it, though. Good lord, because it has been just hit after hit nonstop. When next we come back, we will, of course, chat with Marug, we will chat with Rowdy Rilmus, and we will chat with Tatar, and of course, Shay. I think have a few more things gotten added, like the small chest. No, I think that's been there, right? But I'm sure they will have takes on our newest edition, right? Oh, man, it's so good. Let's see. Should we do a little bit of reading? Do I have time for that? Yes, but it it will mean that this video is a little bit later. Okay, let's see. How about we try and read something that I think is short? We'll finally read jokes. Something very, okay, yeah, it's a bit on the shorter side. It's a little bit lighter, less serious, less that we need to be churning the thoughts going on, right? We don't need to be thinking as much about the complexity of the situations that we're in, right? And as well, man, I fucking love how it's not like super high stakes either, right? It's very enjoyable that the stakes here are fairly low, but they've put in the work to make you give a shit about the guild. I mean, I guess if it's possible, that you go through this and maybe you don't give a shit about this guild whatsoever. But I feel like you have to be in like such a small minority of people who don't give a shit about it if you're actually reading the text and all of that, because you have such a degree of input that you cannot help but have some stakes in this guild, right? And care about like I said, the stakes here at all, right? Which is the success of this guild hall. Given how involved you are in it, it's such a clever and simple way to get the player to care more about the guild by just having them like have input on it and have it very clearly show like, oh, you wanted to improve the place. And although it's like linear, you're not even choosing like what kind of mushrooms you want Marug to grow or whatever, right? You're still saying, Marug, could you grow mushrooms for us? That would be dope. I'll get you the supplies you need and then you can get started. Then it feels like, oh, I have had a very clear and obvious input into this place, right? I very obviously can go in and see, oh, Marug is now growing these mushrooms because I went out and did this little extra tidbit of a quest. And now we have these potted plants here that grow every so often, right? Shit like that. You can see very clearly, not just in the storytelling, but also very obviously in the way Bthwangthav is developing, sort of your impact on, and you can't help but feel ingratiated to the goings-on here, right? My God, it's so well done. It's so well done, right? I don't anticipate, like, every single quest arc in all of Tamriel Rebuilt to be this fucking rad, right? This is such a... I have to assume that this is, like, an incredible exception, right? It can't all be Andothren Thieves Guild, right? We have to adjust our expectations that we have stumbled into something fucking incredible, right? And not all of it can be this amazing, right? I cannot help but think back to when Baldur's Gate 3 was coming out and how a whole lot of developers also were sort of voicing like, yes, Baldur's Gate 3 will be absolutely buck wild and incredible, but it is a very peculiar case situation that is very difficult to replicate because of the sheer degree of like history and the IP, the amount of money poured into it, the extensive early access period by which they were able to sort of develop alongside with all of that. And similar to that, just as well, Tamriel Rebuilt is, like we've said before, it's such an odd and peculiar case of like such a long-standing mod, right? And somehow that is still continued on with popularity and seems to be like gaining popularity, right? Ever so slightly as time goes on, it seems to like more and more people glom onto it to either play it and enjoy it or volunteer for it in some fashion or another, right? It is in and of itself kind of incredible in this way, in a different way, right, from Baldur's Gate 3. But like I said, I don't anticipate every single quest arc or let alone side quest to be as buck wild as this, right? It's cool when it happens, But I don't, like I said, we must adjust our expectations as this continues to fucking blow me away. Anyway, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take a quick drink here before we read jokes. Okay. Jokes by Butha Sunhouse. How is your wife? Asked Zalathar. She's in bed with laryngitis, replied Harleth. Is that Argonian bastard back in town again? Are they implying that laryngitis sounds like an Argonian name? I guess it kind of does. Good God. I keep seeing spots before my eyes. Have you seen a healer? No, just spots. Okay. What the fuck? A big Nord named Yolgan was set on by a gang of thieves. He fought them furiously, but in the end, they beat him into semi-consciousness. They searched his semi-consciousness. They searched his pockets and discovered that he had only 3 gold pieces on him. Do you mean to tell us you fought us like a mad loop for 3 lousy gold pieces? Sneered one of the thieves. No, answered Yolgan. I was afraid you were after the 400 gold pieces in my boot. What? Oh, because he's an idiot. He just revealed where his extra money is. Okay. I gotcha. During the War of Bettany, the Bretons in the Isle of Craghold were under siege for several days after the island was liberated. Lord Bridwell found the ruins of the castle where a crowd of survivors were hidden away in the dark. It was going to be a difficult job freeing them, as part of the roof had collapsed, trapping them all within. Bridwell stuck his head in the only opening and shouted to the Bretons below. Are there any expectant mothers down there? It's hard to say, your lordship, said a young woman. We've only been down here for a few days. Good God. An elderly Breton met with an contemporary of his at a guild meeting. Harriston, old man, I wanted to express my sympathy. I hear that you buried your wife last week. Had to, old boy, replied Harriston. Dead, you know. Good God. Jesus, some of these are wild. Okay. Why was the Sentinel army so useless during the War of Bettany? The cannons were too heavy, so all 3 garbage scows sunk. What does a new Sentinel private learn first as a combat technique? How to retreat. What is the thinnest book in the world? Redguard Heroes of the War of Bettany. Jesus Christ. I don't really know the lore of the War of Bettany, but damn, they're laying in here. A dark elf man killed his wife after catching her making love with another man. When the magistrate asked him why he killed her instead of her lover, the man replied, I considered it better to kill one woman than a different man every week. Jesus. A dark elf woman was being shown around Daggerfall. When she was shown the magnificent castle Daggerfall, she smiled sweet. There's a castle Daggerfall? This is how much I know about Daggerfall. She smiled sweetly to her guide and whispered, It reminds me of sex. That's odd, said her guide. Why does our castle Daggerfall remind you of sex? What? The dark elf sighed. Everything does. What? Is it just like a non sequitur joke? Also, it really threw me off that there was a line break there. Yalitha told Vathisa that she was having dinner with a dark elf named Morleth that night. I hear he's an animal, said Vathisa. He'll rip your dress right off you. Thank you for telling me, said Yalitha. I'll be sure to wear an old dress. Good Lord. Fuck me. Okay. How do you separate sailors in the Khajiit Navy? With a hammer and tongs. 'Cause they fuck a lot? Are Khajiit in the Khajiit Navy, are they fucking? Are they fucking a lot? Is that what they're saying? What? With a hammer and tongs? Or maybe they mean not that they're fucking, but you separate the body, right? Like you're doing an anatomical lesson, right? You rip open their corpse, their bod. Okay. This orchard has sentimental value to me, said Mojad, the Khajiit, to his friend Hasalid. Under that tree, for example, is where I first made love, and that tree is where her mother stood, watching us. She watched you while you made love to her daughter? Said Hasalid, clearly impressed. Did she say anything? Meow. Ah, Khajiit! What do you call a wood elf who doesn't lie or cheat or steal? A dead wood elf. Ah, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. What the fuck? Jokes. Good lord. I feel like I need to know more about the War of Bethany, especially for that last one, right? I don't know enough about it. Okay. Well, holy shit. What a fucking video this week. Alright, apologies, it'll be a little bit late. I got a bit of a late start. I had to do some tech troubleshooting in the morning, which kind of had resulted in some setbacks. But alas, it was only setbacks of time. So, when next we come back, the adventures with the Andothren Thieves Guild continues. What will happen next? Who can say? It's getting wild. Until next time, please take care of each other.